So, so your AC is freezing up. Okay. The most probable reason is either low airflow or low on freon. Okay, those are the most probable reasons, but there are some other less common reasons. And what I'm going to discuss today is a less common reason, and that has to do with your contactor, which is outside. So this contactor right here can get pitted. So it's hard to see, but basically this contactor is in your outdoor condensing unit, and you have 240 volts coming into the contactor right here from the breaker, and then you have 240 volts coming on this side of the contactor that feeds your compressor and your fan outside. And the only thing stopping this 240 from getting to this 240 is this contactor right here, and there's a coil, 24-volt coil. So across this, well, here's the coil right here. See that coil? That's a coil of wire. Okay? There's 24 volts across that coil, these two sides. And so you have wires connected in, one on this side and one on this side, and those go back to your thermostat and also your air handler. And so when you turn your thermostat on to cool, 24 volts goes across this coil, and this arm pulls in because it acts as a magnet when that 24 volts is charged. When 24 volts is going across it, electromagnetic acts as a magnet. It pulls in this arm, and that's where you get 24 volts, pulls the arm in, and then power can now pass from this side to this side. So now you got 240 passing there. But the reason it can freeze up is if this thing can get welded in. Okay, so this thing right here, it can go off so many times that it basically burns itself down, and so this thing will be stuck in the down position. So now your air handler inside is going to turn off, but this thing is going to keep the outside unit running. The contactor will keep the outside unit running, and so that thing will freeze up. That happened on a call yesterday, where the unit froze up, and of course, again, the first two things you're thinking is low on freon or low on airflow. Airflow would be a dirty coil or a dirty filter, but it wasn't either one of those things. But when you turn the unit off at the thermostat, that outside unit is still running, and so that'll freeze up as well. So that is a less common reason, but still a common enough reason to be aware of how your unit can freeze up. Again, the contactor outside stays pulled in, right? You see how I can push it down with that spring? It'll come back up. Well, instead, this thing gets welded shut. It stays in there. The indoor unit shuts off, and this thing stays on, so your outside unit will keep running, and there's no air blowing across your evaporator coil, and so it'll get colder and colder, and it freezes up. If you want any other videos on your AC freezing up, we have those at our channel, Mechanics for Non-Mechanics. Thanks so much for watching, or not watching.